There's a new shift happening among women everywhere, and today's hook is this. The most powerful glow-ups now come from a mix of inner peace, smart choices, and the subtle enhancements no one talks about but everyone notices. Welcome to the channel, where we decode the modern female formula that blends confidence, clarity, beauty, and strategy into unstoppable momentum. And if you're ready to transform your thinking and elevate your life, make sure you hit that subscribe button right now so you never miss a single insight that could reshape your entire path, because today's video will open a door you didn't even know you were standing in front of. 1. The pill advantage. The shift toward enhancement pills is not about insecurity but about optimization, where women intentionally use supplements to feel sharper, calmer, and more capable. These pills represent a new era of self-support, helping women fine-tune their energy and emotional stability. As they adjust moods, boost focus, and regulate hormonal patterns, women realize these small capsules hold powerful influence. They approach life with steadier emotions and clearer minds, allowing them to respond instead of react. When her internal world becomes structured, the external world becomes easier to navigate. Pills are no longer taboo but tools for strategy, refinement, and elevation. They become a part of her inner architecture, giving her control over her mental environment. In a world that demands constant adaptability, these enhancements give her silent but strong leverage. The new formula is not about dependency but about choosing tools that help her stay aligned. When she chooses deliberate support, her growth accelerates. 2. Emotional peace engineering. Modern women are no longer leaving their peace to chance. They cultivate it like a powerful resource. This emotional engineering is intentional and structured, not spontaneous or accidental. She learns to separate what drains her from what builds her. Peace becomes a skill, not a mood. When she masters it, her relationships, work, and choices shift dramatically. People feel the difference in her presence. Her boundaries sharpen, her clarity strengthens, and her tolerance for chaos decreases. She designs her inner state with precision. Peace becomes her armor and her advantage. An emotionally centered woman is impossible to manipulate. Her decisions come from alignment rather than insecurity. This emotional discipline rewrites her identity. The world begins responding to her differently. She becomes someone others trust, admire, and want to follow. Peace makes her magnetic. It makes her powerful in a way aggression never could. 3. Power and stillness. Women are discovering that power doesn't always come from doing more, but from mastering stillness. Stillness is not weakness. It is strategic restraint. By learning how to pause instead of chase, she becomes harder to predict and harder to control. This sense of inner quiet allows her to observe people clearly without revealing her own emotions. Stillness makes her mysterious, composed, and refined. It gives her the ability to pull attention rather than push for it. This power shifts dynamics in relationships and social interactions. She becomes the calm center while others spiral around her. Her presence grows heavier, stronger, more memorable. Stillness makes her decisions deliberate instead of impulsive. It strengthens her emotional intelligence. Through stillness, she becomes unshakable. It transforms her self-image from reactive to regal. 4. Feminine energy reinvented. Feminine energy is no longer about softness alone. It's about strategic softness backed by unshakable inner power. Women are reinventing what femininity means by blending warmth with boundaries. They switch effortlessly between nurturing and commanding. This reinvention makes them unpredictable, compelling, and impossible to overlook. Society expects women to stay either gentle or dominant, but she chooses both. Her duality becomes her edge. She uses her feminine charm with intention rather than accident. Her presence has depth, contrast, and texture. This new feminine energy influences rooms without raising her voice. It reshapes how she dates, negotiates, and interacts socially. This energy makes people lean in. It makes her unforgettable. She is soft where she chooses to be and strong everywhere else. This balance makes her emotionally dangerous in the best way. 5. The beauty-peace connection. Beauty hits differently when paired with peace. A woman who looks good but feels chaotic presents one version, but a woman who is beautiful and peaceful presents another that feels rare, subtle, and powerful. Her glow becomes multidimensional. People sense a calmness that doesn't come from makeup or fashion, but from inner stability. Peace enhances beauty more than any external product. Her face softens, her tone becomes warmer, and her expressions become more elegant. Stress melts away from her features. Her aura transforms. She becomes easier to approach yet harder to forget. This combination attracts high-quality connections. It boosts opportunities in both personal and professional spaces. This beauty is sustainable because it comes from the inside out. When peace becomes part of her aesthetic, she becomes captivating in a way that feels effortless. And in this connection between inner calm and outer glow, she finds her signature presence. 6. Power through detachment. Detachment has become one of the strongest tools women use to reclaim emotional freedom. Instead of investing energy into every reaction or opinion, she learns to detach with grace. Detachment isn't coldness. It is choosing where not to spend emotional currency. She becomes immune to unnecessary drama. Her mind stays clean and uncluttered. This emotional spacing creates room for growth. She stops overgiving and starts observing. Detachment makes her harder to manipulate. People respect her more when they see she isn't desperate for validation. She becomes selective with her time and her heart. This shifts the power dynamic in her favor. Detachment helps her stay aligned with her goals instead of distractions. It preserves her peace. It strengthens her confidence. And eventually, she realizes detachment is not a wall, but a filter, one that protects her evolution. 7. The controlled lifestyle. A controlled lifestyle doesn't mean rigidity, it means direction. Women today are embracing structure instead of chaos, discipline instead of randomness. This control gives them authority over their own story. She designs her routines intentionally. She sets emotional, financial, and social boundaries that support her growth. Structure becomes her superpower. She stops entertaining things that drain her. A controlled lifestyle helps her grow faster than people who live without direction. She becomes more resilient, focused, and self-aware. Her clarity increases. Her productivity evolves. People begin to recognize her as someone who has her life together. This perception opens doors. A controlled lifestyle reflects self-respect. It signals that she cares about her future. This control becomes the backbone of her success. And eventually, it builds a life that matches her vision. 8. The new silent confidence. Silent confidence is replacing loud confidence as women discover the power of speaking less but meaning more. This confidence doesn't need validation. It doesn't need applause. It simply exists. She walks into rooms with an energy that speaks for her. Her silence creates curiosity, respect, and intrigue. She expresses herself through presence rather than volume. Silent confidence is built on self-trust. She no longer feels the need to explain or justify herself. She stops competing and starts elevating. Her self-worth becomes internal, not external. This confidence makes her decisions cleaner and clearer. It removes drama and insecurity. Silent confidence signals power without noise. And in this quiet strength, she becomes unforgettable. 9. Emotional independence. Emotional independence is the foundation of the modern woman's formula. She learns to self-soothe, self-regulate, and self-validate. This independence cuts the chains of emotional dependency. She becomes her own source of grounding. She stops relying on others to fix or define her. Emotional independence empowers her to walk away from anything that doesn't align. Her standards rise. Her choices refine. She becomes more intentional in relationships. This independence makes her relationships stronger because they come from desire, not need. It brings stability to her identity. It eliminates fear of loss. Emotional independence makes her stronger than temporary disappointments. It turns her into someone who stands tall even when alone. And through this independence, she becomes emotionally unshakable. 10. Power integration. The new female formula is not about choosing one path but integrating multiple forms of strength. Pills support her internal chemistry. Peace strengthens her emotional foundation. Power shapes her external identity. Integration is the key. She blends intelligence, self-awareness, and strategy. This combination makes her unstoppable. She becomes someone who understands herself deeply. Her life becomes aligned and intentional. This integration creates a woman who is calm yet strong, soft yet powerful, quiet yet influential. She evolves into the fullest version of herself. And in this integration, she unlocks a future built on clarity, confidence, and complete self-control. Thank you for watching, and if today's breakdown of the new female formula opened your eyes to how pills, peace, and power work together to shape a stronger, calmer, elevated version of yourself, then make sure you subscribe right now so you never miss any of the upcoming videos that will continue guiding you toward higher confidence, controlled emotions, and a more powerful identity, because this channel is all about giving you the tools to transform quietly, strategically, and effectively, and your support helps this community grow into a space where women can build themselves without apology, without pressure, and without limitation.